Somehow, I thought to myself that Nouvelle didn't come out that soon in Global, but here we are, and I still haven't made a deck and fight for it, and there's people in my comments praying, asking gods and other beings that transcend humanity for me to make a deck and fight sooner and sooner. So here you go, folks, here it is. Part of the reason why I didn't make this one as soon as I would have liked to is because initially I only pulled 3 Nouvelles, and I was saving my Kagero materials for Overlord Reverse, or Rebirth as you wish to pronounce it, but I kind of realized this current deck is probably better than what the Rebirth will actually be. And so because of that, I decided to actually craft my final Nouvelle and start playing the deck, and especially after it topped so much in the last Zero Championship, I was like, this is one of the best decks. If I want to climb seriously in any future season, this is one of the decks I need to test with. And honestly, if I wasn't climbing with Chaos right now, this is probably the deck I would be climbing with. So again, quick check-in where we are right now. We are at 71st. I was 69th before I started recording, damn it. But yeah, today's goal is Legend 20, 3 Legends a day, and I should get top 100 pretty safely, so let's keep it up. But today, I'm going to switch off from Chaos for a little bit and play some Nouvelles. So let's take a look at the deck list itself. So here we go. So here is the deck list, and this is basically inspired from some of the Zero Championship winners, or well, the top players, because a lot of them brought Nouvelle in their deck lineup. So either they brought the End Nouvelle or they brought pure Nouvelle. So you had like Dauntless with Overlord and Nouvelle, and then the one of Cruel Dragon. Some people play no Dauntless and just have like Nouvelle, the End, Overlord, and Cruel Dragon. So there's a lot of like different scenarios for the grade 3s, I guess. But for the grade 2s and the grade 1s, they kind of stay the same in all the builds. So let's go through it. Of course, our number 1 grade 3 searcher, Mr. Conroe, you know, your main use of Counterblast all the damn time. No questions asked. Then for the Nouvelle engine, I guess let's go over Nouvelle Vague first. So Nouvelle Vague is a grade 4 card, so you have to write it on top of a grade 3. It's not a stride, it's a main deck grade 4, those do exist. And so the first skill is Counterblast 3, Soul Blast 3, and Persona Blast to retire all of your opponent's rear guards. This comes up in certain matchups, such as Chaos Breaker actually. That's a matchup where you can really abuse their field because they sometimes put down a big field not expecting it, or not expecting you to have the Persona Blast copy, or to even be willing to use it, and suddenly they lose like all their Palladiums, all their intercepts, and just lose to this. So that Persona Blast, you use it very sparingly, you usually don't, but in some matchups, it can be pretty good. And then the second skill is, during your turn, if you or your opponent are at 5 or more damage, your opponent's triggers are nullified. So the power gain and the trigger effect. So no drawing, no healing, none of that, as long as you or your opponent are at 5. So no matter what, it shuts down 6 damage heals, which is pretty good. You know, that's one of the biggest tilt factors in this game, I would say, so that's pretty important. Of course, to make it better, we play Dauntless Drive. So don't worry, this is still Dauntless Drive, this is just the rank reward, so, you know, don't worry, there's 4 Dauntless Drives. Keeping in mind that Dauntless has not been buffed yet in Global. I know that in Global it's still discard 3. In JP, I think for next set, when you guys go into set 14, I think that's when the Dauntless buff comes through. Unless it's set 15, I can't remember exactly, but somewhere along those lines. So of course, if you don't know what Dauntless does, it's Break Ride, give your Vanguard plus 10k, and the skill that at the end of the battle that it attacked, Counterblast 1, discard 2 in JP, discard 3 in Global right now, stand this unit and draw 2 cards. So of course, it's amazing. It makes anything into a restanding Vanguard. You can Dauntless over Dauntless if you want to wait for a bigger kill turn. It's just a great card overall. Discard 2 to restand is amazing. And of course, if you have more riggers than your opponent, he gains plus 3k as well. So you can go with Nouvelle over this and just swing twice while nullifying. Like, your opponent pushes you to 5, you go Nouvelle over Dauntless, swing at them a bunch of times. They can't draw, they can't take defensives. All your attacks are hitting. It feels really good. But of course, if you want to go for the ultimate restand Fiesta, you're probably going to go for the End. So the End, of course, if you don't know already, is a cross ride with Overlord, and his attack hits anything, Counterblast 2, Persona Blast to stand him and draw 2. Still a fantastic card, because of course, for 3 Counterblast, you get to restand him once with the Ends effect, and once with the Nouvelle effect, for a total of 3 Vanguard swings, plus your 2 rear guards. It's pretty great. It's pretty damn good. Still running 1 old Overlord, because this is still nice to Counterblast 3 and just clear the front row, and for that reason I think it's still worth running. So what is the Nouvelle package that a lot of us like to talk about? The Nouvelle grade 1 is Nouvelle Roman. So he says, when placed, if your Vanguard is grade 2 or lower, so make sure if you want to use this effect, don't write grade 3 or use it before you get to grade 3. And then if you have a Nouvelle Vague in your hand, you can put it back into your deck and then search your deck for grade 3. That is why I have Nouvelle Vague as a heal, actually, because, you know, if you have it in your opening hand, you can just use the grade 1 to put it back. And let's say, oh, you don't have a Dauntless Drive? Just search the Dauntless Drive. Oh, you only have 1 the End? Just search another copy of the End. You have your Persona Blast. So for that reason, this grade 1 is fantastic. And then once you're in turn 3, you just discard it. Discard it for Dauntless, discard it for Gojo. Gojo is rest himself, draw a card. These cards are still great in Kagero for filtering. You filter to your pieces, filter into your overlords, filter into stuff like the Nouvelle Critic, who says when placed, if you have a Nouvelle Vague in your hand or as your Vanguard, you can count almost one and pop an opponent's rear guard. This is the cheapest retire right now in terms of grade 2s in Kagero, because Berserk was 2 counterblast. This is just 1, but you have to have specific unit in your hand or on the Vanguard circle. But this is really good because a counterblast 1 to pop is really valuable and can win you games, and that's really, really good. To kind of add on to that, I'm running 2 Berserks because sometimes you have just the 2 counterblast and you just need to clear that 1 rear to get the win, and that's usually where you use it. Sometimes it'll be a pesky starter you might want to use it on, but generally you don't. Counterblast 2 is still pretty heavy, so you want to keep it for those very, very specific scenarios where maybe you don't have Nouvelle Vague to use a Nouvelle Critic to retire, so you just use the Berserk to do the job for you. 4 Strikens, I finally crafted my other 2, congratulations to me. So this is of course the Restraint grade 2, so he cannot attack on Vanguard circle, but when you ride over him for that turn, your Vanguard gains plus 5k in a crit. So this is really nice because you can, if your opponent gives you a lot of counterblast, you can ride the end over this and just like swing with the end with a crit, restand with another crit. It's pretty good for that reason. Otherwise you just ride Dauntless over it and still attack with a crit. Losing that turn 2 attack doesn't really mean much. Optimally you ride this, then you use Conroe to search, and then you call the Bellicosity, who says when his attack hits a Vanguard, countercharge 1. So this deck is still basically the same thing as it used to be for the end, but you just chucked in the Nouvelle package, which now you'll be chucking in the Nouvelle package into like basically everything. I'm running 1 of the Karize, which is like on place. If your opponent has a grade 2 unit, then you can discard 1, draw 1. I think this card is okay. I think it's pretty fringe to use in some scenarios, although usually your opponent wants to have intercept set up, but I think that Gojo is the more reliable one, and you go into this ones every now and again, so I don't want to play more than 1 copy here as to like to just round off the grade 1 ratio. So yeah, that's the deck. This deck is really, really good, and now let's take a look at it in some games. I've been, like I said, I've been climbing with Chaos this entire time. I need a little bit of a, you know, get some fresh air, play something else for a little bit, and then see how it goes. All right, let's see. And it's gonna be Link Joker. All right, this is like a matchup that I guess, I don't know, as someone that's been climbing with Chaos, how do I see this matchup? I think it depends on the player, to be honest. It can be favorable, it can be unfavorable. Wow, this hand is really nice. I think I put the Critic back because I'm going to be putting the Nouvelle back to search for Dauntless. Everything else about this is really good. I'll keep the... Oh, just drew another one. All right. I guess that's not too bad. That's not too bad. All right, we're going second as well. So let's see how this goes. All right. But yeah, so this matchup... Good question. I think a good Chaos player will be able to choke out Kagero pretty well. Hold up. He's running the grade 1 of the right chain, but not the start of the right chain. Interesting. Alright. Let's see where that takes us. Alright, so we're going to ride the Nouvelle Rowan. And going to use its skill to search out the Dauntless Drive. So I'm going to get my SP copy. Very nice. So now he knows that I'm about it. He knows that I'm part of the cool kids that have a Dauntless in hand. So let's take that to further heights. And now I guess we basically set up all our rides. Like we can go Dauntless, and then we can go into Nouvelle later on, which is also nice. And then next turn I have the perfect like Rise Strike and use... Oh wow, he actually wrote a... Damn, okay. Interesting. I wonder why... I guess he's doing this to lock the Conroe. Yeah, that's the only thing. I guess I could have called Conroe here, but it doesn't really matter too much. I can also like... Yeah, I guess I can like ride the Strike in here. And I don't need to call Bellicosity anymore. So I'm just going to call the other Strike in and swing it to rear. Not give him any damage, I guess. And we're going to call it a day. So, pretty good. If we hit a defensive here, it denies the attack. So let's see if we do. Yes, we do. Very nice. Oh, another Nouvelle. Fantastic. Give me another grade 1. No? Alright. Well, striking it is. Oh, I should turn on animations. I've been climbing. I've been sweaty. So all the animations have been off. My bad. Yeah, we're not using Conroe, so I guess I just swing rear and pass. Yes, that's fine. Yeah, we're just swing here. So we're basically going for this like bigger swing next turn, and now like he cannot use his Palladium to relock my Conroe, which is what he was trying to set up for. So haha, none of that, please. So yeah, I think he's playing pretty well. He's using some interesting cards, like running the Gravity Collapse without running the starter is pretty new to me. But I guess let's see what kind of fresh tech he has to show. All right, Infinite Zero coming through. I play this deck all the time, and I haven't seen the animation in a hot minute, as the kids say. In a hot minute. All right, it's giving me the key, CB2, acknowledging fully well that if I have the end and 2 copies in my hand, I can do a restand with a crit and just go bop, 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 bop. Feels pretty good. So let's see. I mean, he has to give the power somewhere. It's going to be to Vanguard. No fooling me. I know you don't play stands. We could get another draw into another PG. Do I even want another PG? Yeah, of course I do. Of course you want PGs. There's never enough PGs. Although against Chaos, it doesn't matter that much, but I mean, it's better than looking for Gojo. Oh, you tempt me so, but I know that I won't. There's no point trying to sack into it. Let's just play safe and go to Dauntless here. Bloop. Alright, thank you, big chunky Dauntless. I appreciate you for being you. Thank you for always being yourself. Thank you for believing in the people that believe in you. Alright, now give me a PG. Now give me a damn perfect god. Like Gojo's tempting, but a PG is always gonna be great. Especially because I'm gonna need to discard a fat amount from my hand later on. Look at me flexing my SPs though. Alright, we got 7 cards in hand. Chances are we won't overdraw, and I can push him to 3, which is like perfect. And we don't put him in a situation where he wants to like surprise Chaos me. Because that's kind of the thing that a lot of, myself included, a lot of Chaos players do, is like, oh, you keep me at 3, ride Chaos anyway, and just like, lock your stuff. Although he could, that double draw, you can make use of that and like go into Chaos now and just go like, zoiks, you know, just psych, get blasted. So let's see. Alright, Gravity Collapse. See, that's the problem with both Gravity Collapse to me, and also with, whatchamacallit, Mobius Breath. They're basically dead cards past turn 2, and you have to get so much value out of them turn 2 that, like, to make it worth it. But yeah, let's see if I overdraw here. I'm on 8 cards in hand, so even one draw trigger means yikes. And he wants to give me the break right here, which is pretty interesting. Alright, no draws there. Alright. What's it gonna be? No draws? Okay, good. Nouvelle Critic would have been nice in hand, though. Know the ends, but I got a Gojo. I think we still go to Nouvelle, though. I think we still go to Nouvelle. I could... Oh my god. I could go for that, like, nasty little play of nuking his board, then I Bellicosity to countercharge, and then I go bop bop into face. That's a play we can... Is that worth it? Hold on, let me assess the situation here. If we do Nouvelle, 3 CB, 3 SB, then we have to do Bellicosity, Gojo column. I probably don't want to set up more columns than that because I risk getting locked up. So I think just locking up one column is fine. I have 3 PGs that can survive. I think it's actually worth it. He loses so much tempo from losing all that I think it's kind of worth it. This is the rare time when using this Nouvelle skill is really worth it. So let's go for it. Alright. Blah, 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 blah. Here we go. You can see the effect as well. Alright, let me taunt him real quick. And now we're good to go. And now you know that there's no defensive, so he can only go up to 21. So we're absolutely chilling, vibing, as the kids say. Alright, so we get a counter charge out of this, then we can use Dauntless, restand. Oh wait, hold on, he's not a 5 yet. Now we turn off. Now we turn off the power, my bad. My bad, y'all, my bad. And we heal. Oh, fantastic. Very cool. Alright, so now he can still get this trigger power, I think. Well, it's fine, doesn't matter. And then I can use this, keep my PGs, keep those motherfucking dangs on me, and then we can restand with the Dauntless. Alright. Yep, that's pretty good. Nouvelle swings again. Of course, no guard restrict in 0. Would be a little bit crazy. And he PGs. Wow, I haven't seen the PG animation in a hot minute too. So now we hand him the break ride, but he just like... Yeah, he locks up my column, and then next turn, if I can draw into like a Nouvelle Critic, I can pop any intercept he sets up, and I'm vibing. So he has to set up double intercept here to like stall me out basically. He's gonna take out 1 PG from me probably this turn, but the thing for Chaos is that it's pretty bad at making 18k columns, especially if your field got nuked. Like, you could see he was setting up for it. That's why he called the Lantan, but because I nuked it, now he can't make 18 columns as easily, because if he goes for like Colony Maker here, this will make a 16, and he cannot go anywhere past that. So let's see where he calls it. He might just call it... Okay, he's making a 16. If he has a Radon plus anything will be over 18. So... But then it's like if I check 2 defensives, the Chaos isn't hitting anymore. No, if I check 1 defensive, the Chaos isn't hitting anymore. Okay. Is he just setting up intercepts just to survive? Putting that to the back tells me he has a lot of PGs in hand. That's kind of what that feels like. Alright. So he's going to swing twice here, I guess. That's what it seems like. Gets a heal. Ooh, that's kind of nasty. That's big nasty. That's Burger McNasty. Alright. Alright, I see you. I see... Ooh, the Berserk. See there? There, it's pretty hot. We get another Nouvelle, but I don't need it. I really don't need it. So my stuff unlocks. He gets to use Palladium to relock this, and then he's gonna use Chaos to kill this. Which means I'm kind of screwed, and then he can like discard 2 to lock up my front row again. I think the play here might be to just like swing rear, wait for this to unlock, and like counterblast starve him. I have 3 PGs, so I think I can tank it, but at what cost, you know? That's kind of like the thing I'm asking myself. Then there's another question is, since I'm burning a turn, do I go for this? Do I go Dauntless, re-ride into Nouvelle? I've seen people do that to me, and it's pretty nasty. It usually doesn't work, but yeah, I think he's gonna lock up both my front rows, then I'm just screwed. I think I just swing rear here. Do I have any heals left in deck? I do not. It's a bit risky, but I'm gonna go for just swing rear. Really needed like a critic or something in hand. Yeah, I think you need a retire card to actually make use of things. But here's gonna go Palladium. Palladium front row, Chaos back row. Unless he wants to go Palladium front row and then Colony Maker to set up another Palladium for next turn. And just leave my Gojo alive. Which isn't bad. It's just that... Alright, let's see here. Yeah, he's killing it. That gives me a chance to win next turn. That gives me a chance to win next turn. I wonder if I should have gone Dauntless Nouvelle. I'm not too sure if that's the right play. Oh, he's going for the... Huh. He's going for the relock break ride turn. Which is interesting. But yeah, let's see if he has the boosters in hand to actually set up columns to hit for 13. Alright, that looks like he does. Or... I mean, he has to hit one trigger here, and this column hits, so... Let's see. This is 14. Maybe he rolled because of that. Okay, now all 3 hit, so I'm gonna burn all 3 PGs. It really sucks, man. It really sucks. We need Nouvelle Critic really bad. I think I still have like 3 in deck. Yeah, I have 3 in deck, and 1 Berserk. I think I Gojo, try to farm for it. I think that's our play. And even then, I think he has enough PGs because of how he played last turn. I'm pretty sure he has enough. This might not be game. This might actually be a loss. I feel like this might be an L. Because next turn he can break ride again. I'm pretty sure that's what he has. Alright, let's just Gojo and see what we can do. Come on, give me something good. I think that's an L. I think that's an L, boys. I think we can't do anything with that. Maybe I should have gone Dauntless Nouvelle, but if I had done that, I would have Nouvelled here. And just like what, swung rear, swung face twice, and he PGs, and then that's still game. Sorry, now that I'm grinding ranked, I think about everything so much more analytically, and I think that there was... It must have been somewhere much earlier that we could have had a winning chance, but it was not this turn. Yeah, I can call this down, but I don't think it gives me any hope. I don't have heals in deck, so... Kind of poopy. Needed to draw the critic. That's just the simple end of it. Needed the critic. There it is. Yeah, a little bit too late. I think we were playing for the critic and it just wasn't coming. So it is what it is. It is what it is. Alright. No triggers to shut down. But it's okay. But yeah, it is what it is. I think we do lose this one. Yeah, he just goes Chaos. He can lock up my entire front row now and just end the game. I don't have heals. I think I'll just concede this one because we know we don't have heals. Yeah. I think to save time. No, I'm being too sweaty, man. I'm playing rank too much. I'm playing rank too much. Now I'm like super sweaty and competitive and I'm just like, oh, this is like an unwinnable situation. I'm just going to concede here. But we're making a video. I'll let it play out. I'll let it play out. But yeah, there's no winning this. We have lost this one. So another option was like, oh, we could deck him out because he has like 6 cards in deck. But that would have been a stall that without... I don't know. I think I should have done something different like turns 4 maybe. Maybe I think I just waited too long maybe to push. I think my counterplay against the locks was fine, but there's something that happened along the way that went wrong. My recording messed up as I went into game 2, but it just started, so I think this is still salvageable. My opening hand... So first things first, I was surprised I saw Goats because everyone runs Claudus and JP still in Revengers. But this opening hand has been pretty good. I had Nouvelle in it, rode Nouvelle Roman, searched out the end. So you are now back up to speed. I don't know why. I'm pretty sure it's one straight recording usually, but for some reason it bugged out on the second part. So hopefully no more footage is lost. OBS, please don't never do that again. Alright, let's see. He's going to push me to 2, which is pretty good considering that I can't do too much in my early turns. I basically have to like full field all 3 grade 2s in my hand. Is that even worth it? I guess it is still. I guess it still is, yeah. I mean, I have 3 PGs in hand, which is something. And I can stave off the attacks, which is also good. Yeah, I guess it's worth it. It always feels questionable to be doing this, and it doesn't come up that often, but, you know, people know how to play against this deck. It's been around for a while, you know, now that it's out on Global, I really feel the fact that it's been around for a while. Yes, that's fine. Shoot! And swing with Bellicosity. We get the counter charge, she goes to 2, and then I can go to Dauntless and push him a little bit. Alright, he gets a Raging draw, that's fine. Me when my draw is Raging. Yeah, you know I'm raging. Alright. Let's see what he does here. Mordred, I guess? He didn't use the Great 3 Searcher, so assuming, yeah. Assuming if they don't use Goat early, they usually have it. Alright. Let's see here. Okay, so he's gonna use this. Do the big search. Get another Mordred, not a second Raging form. It's a bit unfortunate. But he probably has one anyway. And worst case, he can convert that by retiring, so... You know. Alright, let's see. I want to see him convert, put more cards down. BDR coming through? No, he's setting up for BDR. But he's already set up for BDR. I have to clear this intercept. Huh, interesting. Alright, well, he's gonna leave me with 2 Counterblast. Maybe if I top deck into the end, I can just go like, ha, like go super ham into the face. Into the face. Alright. So let's see here. What do we top deck? Nouvelle Critic. That's okay. We could just go Dauntless here. Coltator. Get the crit. We can give him Limit Break. I'm on 2. I think I'm pretty much fine to take a Raging turn here. Just swing and take a Raging turn. No problemo. That's perfectly fine. We get a draw into another critic. I'll take that too. Into Bellicosity. That's fine as well. Alright. How many of the ends are gone for me? I need to check that. Just 1. Alright, just 1. 2 with the 1 in hand, so still have 2 in deck. And as long as that's the case, that's fine. Mordred over Mordred to search for a Blaster Dark Revenger. Kill my intercept. This is pretty smart. He gets to push me to like 4 or 5. So that way I'm pretty screwed if I don't like draw. I guess I still break right at the end over Dauntless. There are some times when you hold it, but I think the potential to high roll here into the end off of the Dauntless draw should give me enough tempo to potentially win. Let's see if he calls anything else here. If he just swings twice, he could just do that. Okay. Ooh, calling the heals. That healing here for him would be absolutely fantastic. But if he doesn't, then that's good for me. So let's see what happens. Alright, calls the back row. This is going to be... It's actually not too bad, because I only have 1 intercept to swing into, and then I can just, like, use my resources to swing face after that, which is good. Swing with a 24... Oh, yeah! How do you heal twice? How do you have 2 heal stacks on top, bruh? For a second, I thought you have a 3rd. I would actually start crying on the spot. Well, speaking of heals, that's good. Let's see if he continues swinging. He will continue swinging. Okay, okay. Continue healing. Interesting. Peculiar. Exciting. Nice. I don't know what else to say. Call Nouvelle Critic and do the same thing as last turn. Let him have another break ride turn that I will yet again survive. I guess it gives me more time to find the end copy. Do I want to do anything else? Is there any point? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'm wrong, but I think this is acceptable. You know, if we're both healing, I'd rather just like take this time to like, okay, find a Gojo, for example. That's quite good. Double draw into the end. Fantastic. Very good. Very good. All right, BDR gone. I mean, he still has like 2 more BDRs, I think, right? Yeah. He's like, yeah, he only used 2, I think. Yes. All right, Raging incoming. No, no break ride. But why? You could win here. Interesting that he chose not to. Because that really felt like a win turn for him. That really felt like he could have won there if he went for Raging. No, I mean, assuming that I only have 1 PG in hand, right? Because it's like, you put me to 4, put me to 5, and then PG, the one that he knows I have, and then maybe I don't have another one. Who knows? Alright, we get to do the other side of the deck. We get to show you the non-Nouvelle side, which is just G-Rando! So, that's also nice. That is also epic. Alright, let me do this real quick and drop the critic and possibly draw into something that can field this. Okay. Oh, okay. Okay. That's fine. 4 PGs will do. Switch these. Alright, let's go. So we gotta use the end first and then use the Dauntless. Which makes sense, because I want to draw other cards that I can draw for Dauntless that are not my 4 PGs. I would very much like to keep those in hand. Alright. G. Ando! Do your thing, buddy. Do the restand thing. Oh, he did the thing. He did the Kagero thing. Oh, what is a Kagero? It's all Overlord. I don't know where that came from. Alright, draw. Need not draw too much, otherwise I'm gonna deck out. Heal is good. Heal, I appreciate. I still have... Wait, how many more Nouvelles do I have? One in deck, right? Yeah, one. Alright, then Nouvelle Vague. I have enough counterblast next turn to use Berserk, so I'm gonna hold on to that one. I'm gonna hold on to the Berserk because that might actually be what wins me the game. Alright, let's not deck out now. Yes, draw the draws. Don't check the draws. I don't need to check them. I am scared. Stop doing that, buddy. I'm gonna need to ask you to stop. Alright, that's fine now. Okay, I have 4 PGs. I think I'm alive. No more triggers in deck. 4 cards. That means... Ooh, that means I'm almost dead. Damn. Damn, buddy. Damn. Alright, that means... He's gonna break right. He doesn't have Raging Form, which is kind of sad, but it is what it is. So he gets 2 PGs out of me this turn, I guess. He searches, what, BDR? I guess BDR, right? Yep, there he is. Is he gonna kill something? I don't think it's worth it. Is it worth it? You have 4 combos, but I don't think it's worth it. He's doing it. He's doing it. I can't believe it. I cannot believe it. Ooh, and he's killing Gojo. No, don't do that. Come on, you can win this turn, buddy. Come on. You can do this. I believe in you. I trust you. I know you. Alright. Swinging Vanguard first. That's smart. That's smart. Definitely good. Kill that. Get the crit. Very cool. And then just don't check heals. That's the most important part. That's fine. Draw is a-okay. Draw is okay. Nihongo okay. With a hiragana O and the normal K. Alright, deck out. City approaches. We are now approaching deck out central. Alright. Let's do this, boys. Let's go, Nouvelle. Turn off those 6 damage heals. And turn on victory mode. That's what I'm all about right now. That's what I want to see. That's what I want to do. That's my only destination for you. Alright, kill the Blaster Dark Revenger. Call this. And then go win style. Alright, that's 1 PG. How many more can you show me? Only 1? You can't 6 damage heal against Nouvelle? And I don't have triggers, so I can drive check easily. And that's 4 PGs. Hasta la vista, baby. That's gonna be game. Thank you, Berserk Dragon, for doing some good work. Nice. And no draw on 6 for you. Alright, nice. And just like that, we finish up with a nice 1-1 record. I think we'll call it there because I need to get back to climbing. If I don't start climbing soon, I'm not going to make it to Legend 20 today. And I still got to stream today. So I don't want to take my chances, you know? I don't want to take my chances. Alright, so that's going to be it for today's video. So just a quick look at the updated list for Kagero with Nouvelle Vague. So as I said, there's plenty of ways to play this deck, but I think that the Nouvelle package will stay in the deck for a long time to come. You know, it gives the extra, like, less costful, less expensive retire, gives you the nice, you know, trigger denial, and just that, like, secure win when you're going in for that 6 damage, which I really, really like, and I think the deck is overall pretty damn good. But on that note, though, that's basically going to be it for me today, so hope you guys enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye!